1, 2, 3, 4. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
I know.
I'm getting older, moving slowly.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess we're rolling.
Ready? Break. Let's get in a huddle before
My hip?
The team huddle before the show. You know, we never do a pre-show.
We really don't do like a Walmart cheer. Do they do that anymore? Remember that was a thing
Yeah,
where
it
the
was a
Walmart
thing.
team would get together and do the little chant and go
You know what?
minimum wage.
No, now they're sending you to college and paying more than minimum wage. If you want a minimum wage job, I'd recommend communications. Perhaps
Maybe a local radio station.
a medium where they don't see your
Yeah.
face.
And
Sure.
they pay minimum wage only because the government makes them. If they could pay you lower, they would.
Otherwise, they'll pay somebody else that minimum wage to sit in your house and record the breaks for you. Yeah, that's kind of how things are. Hey, who's bitter? Not me.
Not
Let's
us.
get going. It's
No.
it's Wednesday. We're in June.
I'm not going to say it. How'd that happen?
It
I
happened when
said
the
it.
first 5 months went by. We're in
Okay.
the month of June. June's a big birthday month for our family. I know you guys are August.
Oh, yeah, we're the August family.
You guys, we do things earlier in the
Okay.
or later in the year. You're kind of you're like a December mating family.
Oh yeah,
We're-
no,
we're
Thanksgiving is rutting season.
We're Halloween.
Yeah. So,
All right. Well, it's time for Gigo News. Let's find out what's going on here and around Livingston County. Brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
all right, here's what's going on. It's a story you'll only hear exclusively on the Mike and John podcast. A Livingston County lawyer has filed a complaint with the Internal Revenue Service about the activities of a conservative nonprofit organization that's been fighting against mask and vaccine mandates in Michigan and across the country. Attorney Sarah Cross of Brighton filed a complaint with the IRS last week, claiming the activities of the Moms for Liberty group, which has chapters nationwide, is in violation of the requirements for groups claiming tax-exempt status as social welfare organizations. In the 7-page complaint, Cross states that while the activities of such groups are not supposed to include direct or indirect participation or intervention in political campaigns, they are allowed to engage in some political activities as long as it's not their primary activity. But she then includes a 200-page document containing what she says are the substantial political activities of this group. Cross closes her complaint by saying it is a, quote, disgusting affront to our democracy that our tax dollars are subsidizing what she calls a hate group and that their tax-exempt status should be stripped because of excessive political activity. She called it nothing more than a puppet organization for the Republican Party. Requests for comments were made to both the National Moms for Liberty organization and the Livingston County chapter, but they were not returned. A Fowlerville woman has started an online petition after her dog was attacked by another dog and later died. Letitia Spagnolo says her dog Pearl was attacked by a stray dog while she was in her own fenced yard Saturday, May 28th. She says a pair of dogs had gotten loose and were terrorizing the neighborhood of Power Street in Fowlerville. After one of the dogs, a 100-pound bull mastiff, got into her fenced yard, Spagnolo says she was able to pull the dog off Pearl, who only weighed 12 pounds, but not before she suffered several serious wounds. They included a collapsed lung and a punctured bowel and required a 5-hour surgery at the Michigan State University College of Veterinary Medicine in East Lansing, but Pearl later succumbed to her injuries and died. Spagnolo says despite the fact that her dog was mauled and the mastiff broke her skin trying to defend Pearl, Livingston County Animal Control refused to confiscate the dogs because it happened on a weekend. Now, since putting the petition online, Spagnolo says Animal Control was able to get the mastiff's owners to voluntarily surrender the dog to be euthanized, but otherwise, she says, it could take months for the dogs to be taken. A request for comment was made to Livingston County Animal Control, but has yet to be returned. And a Livingston County high school student was among those honored last week for their artistic talents. Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin held a special reception Thursday at the historic Hall Opera House to celebrate participants in the 2022 Congressional High School Art Competition and announce this year's winners. After evaluating entries from 61 students in 18 different high schools across the 8th District, judges selected the piece called Support by Lansing Catholic High School student Ella Farland, That was the winning piece. Coming in second was Running Out of Time by Brighton High School student Annika Geyer. That'll be showcased in the Congresswoman's Washington, D.C. office. The third place piece, Angel del Cielo, by Williamston High School student Claire Daniels, will hang in the Congresswoman's Lansing District office. The Congressional Art Competition, sponsored by the Congressional Institute, was initiated by Congress in 1982 to provide an opportunity for members of Congress to encourage and recognize the artistic talents of young people in their districts. And that's what's going on.
And news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton, Brighton's preeminent jewelry store with a commitment to customer service, community involvement, honesty, professionalism, and of course exquisite merchandise. Matter of fact, if you've got an old artifact, an old piece of jewelry you need fixed or would like to be reimagined, they can do that for you too. They customize jewelry. Or if you'd like something from Simon G. or Zagani, Cooper and Binkley Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Brighton. See Mark and Barb today. Browse their entire selection. What was that?
I was not going to say, when you said Simon
Okay,
G.
yeah.
Zagani, I'm not going to do the little vocal thing.
Thank you.
I was like, not
Cooper
doing
and
it.
BinkleyJewelers.com.
Not going to do that.
Not going to do that.
Not going to
Although
say Simon G. or Zagani. Not going to say that.
Zagani sounds more like a restaurant when you say it that way.
Really?
It's kind of like how Sagano was in downtown. Right?
Oh,
Sagano, it's like they're bringing out machetes and chopping up your food. So
Machetes.
we call it
They call
the
them
Z.
knives mostly.
See,
but
you got Simon G and then Zagani. I would just call Zagani the Z.
yeah. The Z-Man?
Well, the Z.
So we know a Z-Man.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up today, talking Shakespeare, to be or not to be. Well, you did
Well,
a little
kind
bit.
of.
No, well, not that Shakespeare, but Shakespeare in the Park, correct? Is that what we're talking about? CH,
No, I provided you-
CTH
yeah.
is doing Shakespeare in the Park, and auditions are coming up.
Well, yeah, it's...
That's what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
I know.
Well, all right then. Rehearsal was rough this
Yeah,
morning.
well, yeah.
Really?
You just witnessed it. That's how rough it was.
We'll talk to Luke. Do you want to say that too?
Luke.
All right, I figured that was coming.
Luke.
A lot of great answers.
I am
in
your
that.
interviewer. All right.
I don't want you as my father. Our question last night in TNT, Tuesday Night Trivia. This was a fun one, some great answers too. Studies found that 88% of men owned one of these as a child. So there was a lot of possibilities. When you're talking 88%, that would be
Right.
the majority of us guys
Right.
had one of these as a child. Now you've seen the answer?
No. I stay out of
You
it.
didn't peek when I asked you to print?
No.
So, all right, let's take a
That
look
doesn't
at-
surprise me, and I kind of thought that might have been the answer.
Really?
Okay.
See, that wouldn't have been the first. See, I would have thought like a Tonka truck. Tonka truck. That was a popular
Of course. I mean, but I was thinking something that was more universal.
baseball card collection.
Right.
Did you have a baseball card collection? Go over your buddy's house.
I actually still have.
I still have
it
my
somewhere
Tigers.
back there because we're in my basement, so it's in a box somewhere back there.
Maybe I'll bring my Tigers card collection and we'll swap cards
Okay.
like we did when we were kids. Electric football game.
Yeah.
Remember the electronic football game with the little plastic players?
Well, yeah, and the magnet. You turn it on, they just go.
And a little
And
felt
you'd be like,
football.
"Oh, I'm playing football. I put in my nickel prevent defense."
How do you pass? How about a racetrack and train sets?
Yeah,
Those are pretty popular. G.I. Joe.
of course.
G.I. Joe.
Because all my GI Joes met a horrible, horrible death. At some point, it's like, well, hey, let's set him on fire. See what happens. Oh my God, poor GI
G.I.
Joe.
Joe with lifelike hair.
Yeah.
What was that lifelike hair?
Well,
it wasn't real
no,
hair.
no.
It was
It was nylon or something.
yeah, it was something that it felt
And
more.
then Kung Fu Grip.
You know what? It felt like the stickier part of Velcro, not the felt, but the other side. That was kind of how G.I. Joe
Yeah,
grip
yeah.
was. Kung Fu grip, of
Yeah.
course. But,
And then eventually, if you used it too much, the hand would just break off. You'd be like, oh, sorry.
somebody said Power Rangers slingshot. My mom wouldn't let me get a slingshot
No.
until
Oh,
I
there
was
would
a
be no
certain age.
slingshot.
My neighbor had a wrist rocket.
I wasn't even allowed to have a toy gun, I think my dad finally was like, I'm getting the kid a toy gun,
You know,
okay?
I don't think anybody guessed like cap guns.
Right.
I remember going to the dime store and getting cap guns where it had like the plastic ring they would put in there. It was like
Right.
those were our cop guns. when we wanted to play with
Little
rookies.
snub nose.
Yeah, it's like
a different
I'm a rookie.
time. Now kids, well, they have real snub nose.
Somebody said a pocket knife, and that, most of us kind of had those as if you were in scouts or you just like to whittle.
Yeah.
Let's see, video games, baseball mitts, stuffed animals, pretty popular. The answer?
Yeah, what was the answer? Oh, you already told me.
You want me to reveal it?
Yeah,
Should I reveal it right away? A squirt gun. Yeah. Now, this is pre-super soakers.
Yeah, not a super
We
soaker.
had those little weasel.
Oh, yeah.
Those little squirt guns. If you thought if you pumped it harder, it would shoot farther.
Right.
And then the little plastic thing that would pop out and you'd either lose it or bust off the end.
Or there'd be a leak.
Yeah.
And it'd be, the water would always be dribbling out the bottom. You're like, dang it, my ammunition is...
Trying to fill it up with the hose, and it's just this hole that's about the size of a pencil head.
And it would shoot back on you.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Or you held it in the pool,
Right,
and filled up
right.
with pool water. That was a quicker way
Right.
if you were had a
And then,
pool around.
and then you shoot someone in the eye. The
there's a-
chlorine! Ah! All right.
So yeah, the answer was a squirt gun.
Squirt gun.
Were you ever called squirt as a kid?
No. Me? Yeah. Right.
No, I remember it was kind of popular in the '70s. Dads would call their kids squirt, and you thought because they were little. But
Right, that's generally how that term is applied.
Because you thought they were little. Hey, little squirt.
Hey, squirt.
No, you were a squirt.
Now
you're
it
a
feels
squirt.
like I don't know that I would ever call a kid squirt.
Hey,
that
squirt.
seems kind of inappropriate. I don't know. It seems like I'm just child. Hey, generic child over there. You. Hey, human.
So squirt doesn't work.
Human child. If you could tell your parent.
Hey, accident. Come here.
Oh yeah, that's far less controversial.
Hey, whoopsie. Oh, another great guess was a whoopee cushion. My guess is you had a whoopee cushion. No?
Well, yeah, of course.
my brother
Ordered out
had
of the
one.
back of Boy's Life.
My brother had one, and with the whoopee cushion, of course, you blow it up in your lips, tastes
Right.
like rubber for 3 days.
That's true.
But
I'm sure there was no toxic chemicals on that thing.
But my brother, you'd have that loud sound from the whoopee cushion.
Right.
Or you could just do like a slow,
No.
like
So
Dad's farting in his pants.
The loud sound is the cheek flapper. The
Yeah.
and
then there's the
the squeal.
that kind of thing. So we need a whoopee cushion.
We are
for
never
this show.
far away from our 7th grade selves. They're always just dying to come out. The
otherwise-
7th grader in us is always like, yes, let me out.
We should have a whoopee cushion for the show.
We probably
maybe Cougar and Kitty.
Oh, okay.
We could put. They're going to join us on the show.
We've made arrangements, and when we say we've made arrangements, they, for some weird reason, want to come visit us in the pod pad.
Yeah.
And so Monday's
the
Kitty
day.
and Cougar are going to be right here
And if we get
in
whoopee
this
cushions,
lovely space.
Yes,
And
now listen.
I've warned them off as best I can, and yet they still seem to want to be here. So, okay. I think it'll be cool.
This is a top-notch studio.
I'm sorry, yes. It's quite top-notch,
is.
as you can see. Well, we've got the Joe Brony.
Well, yeah.
All right.
It's time for our spotlight this morning.
Hello, this is Luke.
Hey, Luke, it's Mike Marino and John King from Mike and John Got It Going On. How you doing?
Mike and John, thank you so much. Hey, how you doing?
Good. I understand you have kind of a casting call going on. You're looking for people to come in for auditions, and that's today and tomorrow for
Today,
Shakespeare.
tonight, and tomorrow, starting at 6 to 9 at the Howell High School freshman campus. We've got auditions for Shakespeare's Merry Wives of Windsor, and what's super cool is we're doing it at the Howell Nature Center, so it's going to be an outdoor performance. Performances are in August 19th, 20th, and 21. And we're doing rehearsals Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so it's not a huge commitment because I know people got summer plans, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope people show up.
Yeah, so obviously, putting on Shakespeare is enough of a challenge and interesting. I mean, obviously, Shakespeare is something that I think people, when they access it, I know and I've been to many Shakespeare productions, and when the language of Shakespeare, it seems like it's inaccessible, but once you kind of get into it and you see the genius behind it and the clear comedy that he's able to infuse into his work. So there's that aspect of it, and then doing it outside, which adds another challenging element to it. So I think when you're looking for the auditions, it's like you want to say to people, you can't be one of these indoor souls. You're gonna have to be outdoors.
You can be however you want, but when you get up on the stage, that's when you're the character. I know a lot of actors that are actually very kind of indoor souls, but then when you put them on stage, they can open up. So I'm excited for it. We've got roles for all types, all different kinds of people. It's got a circus theme, so it's going to be a lot of fun, goofy gags. It's one of Shakespeare's more funny and accessible plays, which you mentioned. You're spot on with the language. Sometimes can be kind of difficult, and I've taken the time to edit and cut it down so that it's manageable. There's a great quote. I don't know who said it first, but Shakespeare done well, there's nothing better. Shakespeare done poorly, there's nothing worse.
Well,
John said that, I think.
Yeah, that was me.
John said that.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
Our goal is Shakespeare done well, and that's I think what we're shooting for.
Yeah, and I guess I wasn't at all trying to scare people away or whatever. That I guess I'm saying that sometimes people get intimidated. They hear the word Shakespeare and they think, "Oh, that's not for me." And I'm like, if you go and you just kind of open yourself up to it, it doesn't really take long for the language meter, or whatever that word is, with the little accent mark on
put that on.
Confusing.
Yeah.
Iambic pentameter.
Thank you.
So much. There you go.
I think they opened up for the Pretenders.
Luke, have you ever done an outdoor production before?
Yes, I have, and I think that's kind of how I started out when I was really young. My parents were actors, and we went to a great outdoor theater in Massachusetts. It's actually called Shakespeare and Company, and they do all their stuff outdoor during the summer. So that's kind of what I grew up on, and I thought it was such a cool way to access Shakespeare. And then people can come, bring kids, you can bring some food, you can sit out, there's chairs, or you can bring a blanket. I find it just much more accessible, and that's kind of how Shakespeare was originally done. They would be standing and watching it, which we're not going to make anyone stand, trust me. But it definitely was an outdoor experience. You've got nature, and it just all flows together.
See, now you throw that into the mix, and you're talking shows in August when it's traditionally pretty hot and sticky and buggy. So that even adds to the atmosphere for your actors.
Yes, they will. I've even taken into account. I'm like, okay, I can't load them up on 7 layers of corsets and hose, or I'm going to have somebody passing out.
Yeah, or load them up with DEET. Boy, you smell a little funny tonight. Sweat and DEET.
Well, definitely, you're going to need a little bit of that, and I think Michiganders are used to it.
Yeah.
They're well prepared. They've got all that in their truck.
Well, the nice thing about it being outside also is in these times, it's, with COVID and everything else, that takes that off the plate for anyone to worry about. An outdoor performance is one that people can go and enjoy and not have to worry about that at all. So
yeah, and partnering it with the Howell Nature Center, it's a gorgeous place, so it kind of makes it an event. If you bring the kids, you guys can walk around and see the beautiful area they have there. There's going to be some food and drinks for the show, so it's kind of a nice way to get outside and do something a little different.
So for the auditions, again, tonight, Wednesday night and Thursday night at the freshman campus. And what time are the auditions?
They start at 6 o'clock. You can sign up for times on cththeater.org, and that's for the community theater here in Howell.
Right, and that's theater with an R-E.
Yes, theater.
That's,
it's Shakespearean
That's
spell.
Fancy theater.
Yes, it's fancy.
Fancy, yes.
Right, it's quite fancy, yes. And then, what you're looking for, you said like all ages, all kind of types?
Any types, bring them in. The great thing about Shakespeare is you can really mold it. So there's characters that can be played by men or women, old or young. It's just about being able to have fun, be goofy, and use these great words that he provides us that have been around for 400 years and still kicking.
Right. And a light rehearsal schedule, which I know, I've been in past productions, and sometimes those rehearsal schedules can be quite demanding, and so that sort of limits people like, I can't donate that amount of time. But it sounds like this is something where it's going to make it more accessible for folks.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays generally will be what we're doing. So if you've got long weekends planned, or you've got some vacation, or you need to step out for a couple days, we're real flexible, but we are going to put on a good show, so we'll definitely get in the time we need. But I understand how much people in the community, you got to juggle a lot of things, right? And I want to make it accessible to everybody.
Now, the Merry Wives of Windsor, like you said, it's a comedy. I mean, how would you describe? I'm not as familiar with this as others. So, what's the story here? How would you? Is it?
Which is kind of what I wanted to do. Everybody's, if I do a Midsummer Night's Dream, we've kind of all seen that here and there. Merry Wives is one of his funnier plays. It's the only play that Shakespeare wrote that actually takes place in England around about his time. But we're placing it. It's not generally in England, so we don't have to do English accents or anything like that. And it's a kind of a town like Howell. It's Windsor, and so it's not a big town, not a small town. And the people in it are all playing tricks on each other. So kind of like, I liken it to I Love Lucy, the situations of, let's trick this person by making them think that we're one person and really we're playing this other thing. So it's a lot of hijinks. It's Shakespeare's closest to a farce, which is that kind of slapstick comedy, somebody getting thrown in a basket, another person is wearing a beard to try to trick somebody, and they're all kind of playing pranks on each other. It's like Jackass marries I Love Lucy.
I was going to bring that up, but with the pranks, but I go, I didn't.
I've never heard Jackass connected to Shakespeare.
That's what I was going to say. I didn't want to tie it in together because I thought that might be disrespectful to Shakespeare.
I think we're bringing something new to the game. It's going to be real fun.
And so, I'm reading the description here, and I see this phrase, Wooing 101. How does that fit into this?
Wooing 101.
Yeah.
So our main guy is what's called the Fat Knight, Falstaff.
Wait a minute.
And he thinks that he's such a cool guy that he can get these two women in town.
Oh my God! Can John just have the role now?
Yes, I'll take that. Thank you.
John, I've saved a spot.
Thank you. Excellent.
Yes,
Excellent.
Yes. But he's such an idiot. The women are way smarter.
Okay.
Typecast.
Oh, well, that's a little too on the nose, Luke. I don't want to be typecast.
Hey, play to your strengths, John.
Oh, the ladies love Cool John King.
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, Cool John.
One did.
And he just gets in one more predicament after another, and then the whole town gets in on it.
Hey, get out of my head, Luke.
Does he have an idiot friend, too?
Arguments like, we would love to have you. Anyway, bring him on down. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And I love the outdoor, the Shakespeare in the Park.
Is there actually going to be a stage, or are you just going to be on regular ground?
Yeah, into the Howell Nature Center. They have a beautiful facility down there, and they have a bunch of cottages and houses that have decks, big outdoor decks that face the lake. And so the actors will be on these large wooden decks, and then the audience will be in seats or on blankets. There's a hill with grass. There's also a place that's handicap accessible, so we don't have to worry about that. So it's really open to everybody.
Can you put any audience out on the lake? Can you bring your boat?
Can you bring a flotation device?
I'm not going to give anything away, but we might put an actor or two in the lake.
Some zany character pulling some shenanigans out there, Fred Mertz.
Throwing into the lake. I mean, there's a million possibilities.
All right, I love it. This sounds really cool.
So come on out. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys getting the word out. I think it's a great community opportunity and a really fun way to spend some time with other people.
Well, very cool, and it sounds like a fun experience too. Yeah. Again, auditions today and tomorrow, and then the show's actually in August. So.
Right. So Wednesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock at the freshman campus, and people can get all the details online. cththeaterre.org.
You got it.
All right, Luke. Thanks for joining us this morning. Appreciate it.
I really appreciate the opportunity. You guys have a wonderful day.
Hey, you too.
You too. All right,
Take
Luke
care.
Daniels, our spotlight today here on Mike and John. Got it going on. You mentioned the water. It's pool season, of course, and our friends at Roman's Pools. Not a fly-by-night, just popping up organization. No. They've been around forever. Established a leadership here in pool sales and service, Roman's Pool Supplies and Services. Howell and Brighton locations, they can take care of you, whether it's pool maintenance, opening and closing, or with pool supplies and chemicals.
And let's face it, a pool is a major investment that you make, and you want to make sure that it's maintained and maintained well. So why not go with the recognized leaders in pool supplies, maintenance, and upkeep, and that's, of course, Roman's Pool Supplies. If you want to call them today, their Howell number is 545-4555, and that's 517, of course. And then the Brighton number, 810-588-4460. Roman's Pool Supplies and Services, your pool's best defense.
Our 2-cent history lesson today.
Okay.
June 1st.
It's June already?
It is.
How did that happen?
It happened because May ended.
Okay.
It's Dare Day today.
As in the drug program?
No.
I was thinking the DARE program.
And to dare somebody to do something.
Like Jackass.
Yeah,
Like we were just talking with Luke. Yeah.
Remember earlier in the series in season 1, I forget what episode it was, but we did eat a dog biscuit, and that was kind of like a dare kind of thing.
We're still in season 1.
Oh, we're still
because we've tied season 1 to Reacher.
Yes.
We're waiting for Reacher to come up with season 2.
2023 is when.
Is it really?
I think that's when it's coming.
Oh, we may have to.
It's going to be a long.
I thought Reacher was coming back like this summer.
Maybe next summer.
All right. Anyway. All right. So it's Dare Day.
It's Dare Day. I kind of like Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
Well,
it depends. Sometimes you'd go, oh, I don't want to do Dare because you'll do something. I'll say Truth, and then it'll be like, they ask some question, you're like, oh crap.
Yeah. Should have taken the Dare. Yeah. Can I double down on the Dare? I double dare you.
Who's the first girl that you kissed? Well, when it happens, I'll let you know.
Flip a coin day.
My mom? I don't know.
No, good kiss. Flip a coin day today. Heimlich maneuver day today. Do you know the Heimlich? Have you ever had to give yourself the Heimlich?
You know,
running into a counter and pulling yourself into a counter.
I had to give my son the Heimlich once.
Licorice?
Yeah. I don't know. Chicken, I think. I don't know. Yeah. It's very.
Did it come flying out?
It did.
Yeah.
It's very effective.
Now pick that up and chew it up better.
Yeah, the dog was all over that. Mine.
National Go Barefoot Day. Not in public. Hazelnut cake
Depends
day.
on your feet. Like my little troll feet, no. I would never.
He
I would
did
never
not get sexiest feet. In
I
the
would never do that to people. I try to keep my feet covered all the time.
It's say something nice day today.
Okay.
Even if it's to somebody you normally wouldn't say something nice to.
Who is it that we know that we would not normally say something nice to, but maybe we should today? There's a guy that that we both used to, know. That used to employ us.
Yeah.
That guy. Mm-hmm.
Say something nice.
Me not saying anything is the nicest thing I can say.
I'll just say good luck. How's that? That's
you know what? Actually,
have a blessed day.
Well, there's that. That's kind of like the bless your heart. The Southern GFY is the bless your heart. I don't think you mean that the way that sounds. No. Yeah.
You got to say it with a Southern accent.
Well, right.
Somebody say,
I think
have a blessed day. Yeah.
Now, the person we're inferring, I think, the thing that we can say to him that's nice is, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for making it super clear the difference.
Thank you.
Enough.
Gracias. 1495 on this day.
1495.
The first Scotch whiskey was distilled by Friar John Core. Scotch whiskey.
What is a friar? What's the difference between a friar and like a priest or a bishop or whatever? What is
I thought
a friar
like served a king.
Because I think Friar Tuck.
Oh,
this just shows you what I've.
Oh, Tuck, you're a friar.
What is a friar? Because is a friar like a member of the clergy?
A friar? No, I thought a friar was a part of the.
No, okay. It says a member of any certain religious order of men, especially the 4 mendicant orders: Augustinians, Carmelites, Dominicans, and Franciscans. So yeah, they are like a member of the clergy.
Right. I don't know any friars myself, except for the deep fryer.
I was just going to say I was well acquainted with the fryer at KFC.
The first recorded earthquake happened on this day in 1638 in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Can you imagine being a part of the first earthquake?
Well, that recorded.
They go, what the heck is going on?
I mean, there were earthquakes before that.
We should have stayed in England. Yeah. 1869, Thomas Edison.
Tommy.
T.E. to his friends. T.E. What's up? T.E.
It's the right call, T.
Yeah. He patented the voting machine.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. And that's when it started.
And you know what? Nobody argued about
that's
it
when
being
it started.
rigged.
Yeah, that's when. Oh, it was rigged right then and there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because before they just say, "All right, if you're going to vote for Bob, raise your hand."
Right.
Yays and nays.
It used to be that you had that literally was what it was.
Yeah.
You had to like publicly vote, and someone said, maybe we want to do this in private.
Well, they would publicly vote, and then there'd be the guy counting the hands,
right?
And they'd say that guy can't count past 10.
Bill.
So we better.
Bill voted for Bob. Let's burn his house down.
Well, the voting machine was passed.
Because, democracy. Anyway.
1880, the first pay telephone was installed on this day.
In the Brady Bunch living room.
Change for the payphone.
Yeah. Great.
See, my
Great
brother
episode.
used to check them at the store.
You'd always
to the
check
grocery
them.
store, put your finger in there. Oh,
See, kids these days don't have that.
that's how you got extra
memory.
cash.
Yeah.
Finding money in the payphone.
And when you found a quarter or a dime, you're like, yeah!
now I can use this in the gumball machine. Just take it from one to the other. 1972, the first day of recording took place at Abbey Road Studios in London. Do you know what was recorded there?
What year?
1972. Black Album with a prism on it.
Oh.
Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Those studios smelled funny that day.
Well, they smelled funny before that.
Well, it was the first day of recording.
Definitely
so
after.
I'm sure it got broken in.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Prince and the Revolutions started a 3-week run at number 1 on this day on the U.S. album charts with Around the World in a Day. I think that was the one with Raspberry Beret on it. 1985.
Great. Now that song is stuck in my head.
Raspberry
Automatically. You say the words and it's like...
She wore a raspberry beret.
Yeah, it's in your head.
She was working part-time at the Five and Dime.
I heard that.
You know her.
Yeah. Now it's the dollar store. Rhyme that.
The $1.25 store.
The $1.25 store. That's right.
Times have changed, man.
You know,
went from the Five and Dime.
I was at the dollar store not that long ago, and I put in, and I'm like, okay, I've got these 8 items. It'll be about $8. I'm like, that'll be $12.40. I'm like, wait, what? And you're like, oh yeah, it's $1.
Yeah.
But it says dollar store.
Jack White of the White Stripes married his girlfriend, British model Karen Elson, on this day in 2005. They were actually married in a canoe on the Amazon in Brazil.
And it lasted not forever.
Are they, those kids aren't
Yeah,
together
because he
anymore?
just, not that long ago in Detroit, proposed to his, soon-to-be new wife. So
I wonder if they're
obviously
gonna
that
get
one...
married in not a canoe. She's kind of like, I want a yacht instead.
Well...
Something a little bit more secure.
What was her name?
Her name was Karen Elson.
Elson.
Back in 2005.
Okay.
She was a redhead, Karen was. Yeah. And 2009,
Well, she's cute.
General Motors filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. It finally made GM the largest U.S. industrial company to enter into bankruptcy protection. And that's your 2-cent history lesson for today. All right, she's single now. It's too bad you're taking Shakespeare, Cool John.
She's very cute. Oh, right.
That's our 2-cent history lesson.
Yes, it is.
For today.
Just for today, though. There'll be another one tomorrow.
Yes, there will.
Right. The door will close on the 2-cent history lesson today and will open tomorrow.
With a remote control. Do you know the code for the remote control door?
I do know it for mine. You know it for mine. I've given it to you.
I do.
Of course, we're talking about the garage door.
I don't think I remember it.
Yeah.
I
Thank
can't
God.
get it.
Good. I'll change it anyway.
Get in there and sweep the garage for me, Mike.
But if you have a garage door issue, Firehouse Doors, of course, is the place you want to call. Oh, so smooth.
Yeah.
They've been serving Livingston County residents for 24 years. A family-owned business. They strive to treat each customer like family. In fact, I am a customer, and
Yeah, sure.
I do feel like
And I don't know the code anymore.
Veteran-owned, Mike, a proud U.S. Air Force veteran. And in fact, I was just talking yesterday with both Mike and Kim Witt, and they're telling me about a very cool thing that happened. They installed some doors for individual here in Michigan, and there were these special all glass doors, I guess glass view doors, and they're very specialized. Not everyone carries them. They're CHI overhead doors, and which, by the way, Firehouse Doors is the authorized distributor for CHI overhead doors in Livingston County.
You don't want to go to a place that's unauthorized.
No, you do not. And the gentleman was so happy with the work they did. I think his brother out in Colorado saw these doors and was like, I want these doors. I want something like this at my place. And couldn't find someone out there to do it. And so they contacted him and they said, hey, can you come out to Colorado and do these doors? And they're like, well, that's going to cost a pretty penny. I mean, I'm going to have to, and everything, all the coordination that would be involved in that. And the guy was like, no one else will do it. I've heard great things about you. I want you to do it. And so, in fact, he is paying to have Mike and his crew fly out to Colorado to install these specialized doors to do this.
And he heard about it on the podcast,
well,
of course.
clearly.
They listen in Colorado,
Well,
too.
yeah, they do.
know.
You can hear it anywhere.
Anywhere. Spotify,
Anywhere in the world.
YouTube.
Yeah. The bottom of the ocean right now. I'm sure there's some nuclear submarine right now where
Okay.
they're listening.
These guys should
Actually,
be...
I hope they're not. I hope they're listening for other subs. But anyway, the
Can
point.
you make a sub sound?
That's kind of more like an alien ship. But anyway, I thought that was a very cool story. And they mentioned it in passing, and I'm like, that's really cool. Can I talk about that? And they're like, I guess. And I'm like,
You're going to anyway.
Well, yeah. I think that's a pretty cool story. I think
cool.
that says a lot about the reputation and the quality work that Firehouse Doors does. That, somebody halfway across the country would say, you know what, I want that here.
And I'm going to put this plug in, and John doesn't know this yet, but
Okay.
John can clean windows pretty well. So if you need those windows on your
Talk to
garage
my
doors
wife. She's like,
cleaned and want to fly John out to Denver
look, if you want to fly me out to Denver
to clean your
to
windows.
sit on your couch and watch Netflix, I'm your guy.
Well, you got to clean your
You can
windows.
fly me anywhere in the world.
If it's a glass door, garage door, you got to clean it.
No, I'm going to my strengths. If you want me, if you need someone to, someone needs to sit on my couch and watch Netflix, I'm your guy. Fly me anywhere. I can be there in a flash.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I'm just, you go to your strengths.
don't think
Just like with Firehouse Doors, their strength is quality installation, products, and great customer service.
You know what today is? It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that means we have to do
Oh,
a drawing.
thank you for reminding me. That's true. Anyway, call Firehouse Doors today, 810-599-7480. And when you buy a garage door and opener package through June 15th, if you say, hey, Mike and John sent me.
Hey, Mike and John sent me.
You will get a belt drive battery backup opener at no extra cost, including the built-in MyQ camera. That is a $275 value, all for free through June 15th. And of course, the winner here that we're going to announce here in a second, that person also gets a free garage door inspection and the TPC card. TPC is 10% for life off all future garage door needs.
TPCFL.
Who is our TPCFL winner today?
I think we might know this person. Mary Reed.
Okay.
Is that Mary from Central?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I'm guessing. But Mary Reed, congratulations. You are a winner this morning for that TPC, the free garage door inspection from Firehouse Doors.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
Mary Reed, our winner today.
All right.
Hey, coming up tomorrow, Rich Perlberg joins us for The Less You Know. We always know less after talking.
We do.
To Rich. I didn't
As a
think
matter of fact-
anybody could take away from our knowledge. But if anybody can do it, it's Rich Perlberg. here on
Okay.
Mike and
He's
John.
already sent us his email about what we could talk about tomorrow. And without reading, I'm not going to read it. But I want you to just look at it. Okay.
Yep, that's an email.
Here it is.
From Rich. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we're not printing that.
Rich
out.
has sent us a novel.
Yeah.
For you take chapters 1 through 8. I'll take chapters
I want the
9
Cliff
through
Notes.
16, and then we'll respond. But as always, some interesting things to talk about tomorrow.
We'll find
The
out.
Less You Know with Rich Perlberg, which we have a sponsor for now.
We do.
Yeah, it's a name that you know and trust.
Wait, if it's the less I know,
Right.
how do I know the name?
Well, you know the name of the sponsor.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever we talk about with Rich is kind of the less we know.
Are we going to
We're
mention
just
that right
it's
now?
just 3 old white guys talking about stuff, and there's not enough of that in the world, is there?
That's like Congress.
Oh, just there's 432 more than that, but yeah, you're right.
Harumph, rump.
Harumph is right, sir.
Get off my lawn. You kids and your bicycles.
Yeah. You know, it's funny is my wife. I bought my wife a nice rocking chair, like a cool outdoor
Yeah, I
type
saw her
rocking
sitting
chair.
there
It's
yesterday
on her
when I
porch
left.
because she likes to be out on the porch and
Sipping her coffee,
yeah,
thinking
exactly.
about
She doesn't.
pondering
She
life.
enjoys that and being
How
out
did
there.
I
and
get
whatever.
here?
So she was
What
out there.
have I done
She
to
was out there the
deserve
other
this?
day. It was a nice, beautiful day, and she's out there. And I came out and we started talking. I'm like, I want to sit down too. And I'm like, maybe I need to get one for me. And then I'm like, oh my god, we're at that age where we're both going to be sitting on the porch in our rocking chairs.
Drinking country time lemonade.
and I'm like, well, from here it's a good place. Where, hey, kid, get off my lawn. So that's where I'm heading.
Good for you.
I'm gonna get a rocking chair and sit with my wife.
Me and my lady sitting in the shade talking about the money that we ain't made.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
that's wow.
That was Aerosmith.
Yeah, very nice.
All right.
Did you say country time? Yeah, I thought you did. It's okay. You made the country time reference
that
already.
country time lemonade?
Well,
Remember when the kids were young?
There's lemonade in here, amongst some other things. Hey, you kids, get off my lawn.
It's rum
Why
and
do I
vodka.
suddenly sound like... It was a stupid.
I don't know.
That boy's as smart as a bowling ball.
Oh, Foghorn Leghorn. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's our.
As sharp as a bowling
Are we
ball. That's
done
what
now?
Foghorn Leghorn. No.
Oh. Okay.
Are you done?
I was.
Do you want to go? I'll finish. You want me to wrap it up?
All right. Go ahead. I'm gonna go sit on the rocking chair.
Go get the
See
rocking
if
chair.
If there's vacancy
you could do
available.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan's PC Solutions, a local veteran-owned computer repair shop. Dan and Amber McMillan, of course, they've been serving Livingston County with IT services and computer services and support for more than 10 years. Personal-friendly service. Great IT support for small businesses. They can provide support for just your average home user. And that includes if you need a PC or other type of equipment like that and you're not quite sure what you need.
Let's say your printer's smoking.
Yeah.
The guy to call is Dan.
I got a smoking printer, not in a good way. He called Dan. He can help you out, get you what you need for the purposes that you have in store. Dan's PC Solutions there to help. Stop in and see Dan and Amber. Their location in the former Livingston County Airport building on Grand River. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 3. Give them a call, 517-579-0975 or online at danspcsolutions.com.
Bring a treat for the Shih Tzu.
Yeah. Well, that's Ziggy.
Ziggy the Shih
He's
Tzu.
the cutest little Shih Tzu in the land.
Yes, he is.
That's what they say.
All right. If you're having car trouble or looking forward to some summer traveling, call Murphy's Family Auto today. Schedule your appointment, 517-552-3040. Murphy's Family Auto. Your car knows, and if you tell them Mike and John sent you, you get 5% off your bill.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's another advantage of the Mike and
Look,
John podcast.
Exactly.
Open on Saturdays, too, from 8 to 1.
Well, that's at least one. So we got one. We got that going for us.
So, I don't think the heavy stuff's going down for quite a while. Okay. All right. John has terrific post-show
I
content.
do. Terrific post-show content, so hang on for that.
Sticking around.
All right, so that's it for today. Yeah, we do.
Some days we have it going on more than others.
You've been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.
Giggle
It's
on.
okay to brag about giggling.
Yeah. Kitty and Cougar, by the way, they'll be here Monday. Right there. All right, we're post-show.
All right, post-show content brought to you by John King.
You ready?
Born
All right. I'm going to bring out... Well, let's set the scene.
Oh, we're setting the stage.
We're going to set the stage here. This is a moment in Mike and John history. I'm going to take you back. I believe it was 1995.
1995.
I think in 1995.
Wow.
1995. It was the spring of 95. We were working at another radio station.
Yes, we were. I think this was back when we were models.
Well, yeah, it's not. It's not that. It's not what you're thinking of. No.
Yeah.
It was just,
We went to the mall.
Our
and
boss.
some guy talked to us about being models.
That's a different thing.
Okay, that was different.
We have
Our boss.
we have a police report to fill out about that. Anyway,
1995.
yeah, he was out of
Spring.
town.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And we thought, oh, we're a wacky morning show.
Sure
Let's
we
pull
are.
a stunt.
Yeah.
So we
you
decided.
have photos of
Oh,
that?
I do.
Ah.
We decided to have a hot tub party.
Hot tub.
And we thought, oh, this will be great.
Yeah.
And we're like, you know what we'll do? We'll set up a hot tub in front of the radio station.
Right on the main drag.
Right. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then we had a connection.
With a local club.
You know.
No, actually, I
with
think
a-
it was one of our sales guys had a connection
You're right.
with
Let's
the club.
blame them.
Yeah.
And, it was a club with a French name on it, we'll just say. And the performers, they like to dance, we'll say.
Well, everybody likes to dance.
Well, yeah, sure.
Like nobody's watching.
Right.
But
Except many people watch
Guys would
these
go
performers.
there.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay,
the point
so
is that
let's
they had a
get to
connection and they said, okay, we're going to, we thought, oh, this will be great. And we'll have these lovely ladies join us.
entertainment.
And
for the hot
in the
tub.
hot tub, we thought, oh, we're so wacky. We're so cool. This is going to be great. So we arranged with local hot tub place.
Yeah.
They said, oh, we'll deliver a hot tub. We'll put it out in front of your station.
We're thinking cool, real
Oh,
nice
this is
hot
going to
tub.
be awesome. And
This
we're-
was a dirty bathtub.
Right. So, okay.
This was a dirty
So
bathtub.
imagine our surprise when we showed up and he goes, oh, I'll drop it there the night before. It'll be there. All you have to do, he goes, just, and we didn't quite
Just
think this
add
through.
water.
He goes, just fill it up and get going. And of course, we didn't think like, well, the water needs time to warm up, even if you're going to, because we're putting in a garden hose, for God's sakes. So
From
we
the
didn't
basement.
quite think that part through. But imagine our surprise when we got there
And
we found out that indeed our hot tub was a bathtub. Okay.
Yes,
So-
our hot tub was it
Yeah.
was a jet bathtub.
So we had this idea there was going to be some big deck, you know,
Right there.
Here, why don't
I'll hold it.
if
You tell
can-
me which
okay.
direction.
There's a bit of a glare there, but there, hold on. Okay. So,
Wow, look at all the hair you had back then. Yeah.
okay, anyway,
That's my
as you can
Magnum
see,
shirt.
it's just a bathtub with a jet on it,
Yeah.
and so.
And we were pretty hip.
And
with
so
our
we
Hawaiian
started
shirts.
to so we put our banners out, you know, we put the banners up like, I don't know, I guess
People
we'll do
just
this.
flock to this thing.
So if this picture right here is, I'm actually reading the news at this
yeah.
point.
News in the hot tub.
And okay, you're holding the microphone for me. I'm reading the news. We're in the hot tub. We were waiting for the ladies to show up. You can imagine when the ladies showed up. And they, of course, have been told, "Oh, it's going to be this hot tub party."
Oh,
They're
it's gonna be great.
the thing that's in there. Oh, it's going to be this. And then we see two idiots in a bathtub,
No.
Okay.
It was cold water.
and the cold water, and
we
the
didn't
lines hadn't been flushed. So when we started putting water in, it was dirty. So this dirty cold water
No, I think the tub was dirty and the
or
water
something,
just
but
kind of made it.
the water was nasty. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way. So
Yeah, I wouldn't let my dog in.
two doofuses in a bathtub
And now we're in the basement.
with dirty water, and look how far we've come.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
You're welcome.
And that's your post show.
That was pretty good post show.
I thought so.
Nice job.
I
Little
would-
knuckle bump
yeah,
on
thank
that
you.
one.
Yeah,
All right.
all right.
We're done.
In more ways than one.